B6 partner, but we'll let that slide. And if he hears that, he'll give me crap for it on Tuesday, I'm sure. But this is going to be a great match here between the Boston Burgers and Old Guys Texas, as we are getting right into this protocol hardpoint map number 1.
Yeah, looking forward to this Protocol Hardpoint. Protocol is a fun hardpoint map here. It's focused on just a couple key hills, playing your rotations well, and then ultimately, whichever one of these two teams is holding down the proper angles, not letting these other teams try to take routes around underground or through the backside of these hills. So looking forward to how these plat players start to play this map. You know, Platinum is one of our highest divisions here in the CRL, and it's always exciting getting to watch the skills of these players kind of on display whenever we do get to cast for them. So excited to see how these two teams are looking against each other here. We're starting off with a pretty back and forth P1 here. Neither team really able to secure much time, but everything's going to come down towards this P2 rotation. We're going to have some big gunfights coming down here in the back, and that's going to be ultimately the side of Boston Burgers being able to secure this early rotation over towards P2.
Yeah, we got two green teams tonight. If you're looking on the mini map, we're going to see Boston Burgers there in the green arrows, Old Guys Texas in the white. It did look like Old Guys Texas had a good setup there on P1 for a little bit. Unfortunately, got broken there by Boston, as they are in control here of P2, getting those early kills as well. So it should be some pretty easy time as they continue into this P2 here, starting to build a little bit of a lead on this protocol hardpoint. I expect some big things here, really out of both of these teams. The Boston Burgers are obviously players we've seen a lot before. Iceberg Zenny, Two Dapper, Dapology, excuse me, and it's Raiden have been in the CRL for a very long time. Everyone knows their names. Beside Old Guys Texas, I honestly don't recognize any of these names. I think I've seen D once or twice. We haven't been able to cast a whole lot of platinum matches, so I'm not exactly sure if they are new or not, but new to me. So I'm expecting Boston Burgers here to come out. They have some great players, but I'm expecting Old Guys Texas. It is platinum. I expect them to put up a fight as well.
Yeah, I think we're in store for a pretty good series overall. We're going to obviously see how the rest of this protocol plays out and then be able to see how far the series is going to take us. But like you mentioned, it's always fun getting to watch these plat players. You know, they're just a step above everybody else in the CRL, and getting to see their gameplay, seeing some of the decisions that they make on the map can lead to, maybe some ideas for you and your squads rolling into the other divisions that we have here in the CRL. But Boston Burgers off to a really hot start here, playing Hill Time very well, able to secure a vast majority. And Old Guys Texas is looking to get back some of that time here on the P3, and then we're going to make our way down towards those computers P4, and we're seeing Psychedelic with a nice early rotation. He's going to make his way down there, but Raiden is going to be here for the contest, and we're going to see how these gunfights go down, and ultimately we're seeing some big kills by Raiden. That's a nasty two-piece there, and that's going to secure Boston Burgers the early rotation here, but it's all about if you can kind of hold this hill, and having your jackals ready for gunfights is going to be the big thing as we get into this computer hill.
Protocol very large point getter here in this P4. P3 could be that way too if you are spawning people way out towards that grandma's side, and it's going to be pretty easy to get some points there. But so far, it's been pretty mixy for the first 15 seconds. We see Boston Burgers back in control. Short laps there of not being able to get any time, but just those intro gunfights from the side of Old Guys Texas. But Boston Burgers are right back in control, looking for a little two-piece here. That's a great two-piece from the side of Old Guys Texas. Are able to take control of the hill. Raiden wins a big gunfight. Unfortunately, going to get traded out as well. And so that's probably going to be the rest of the time here towards Old Guys Texas. Going to bring this to probably about a 30-point here. It looks like Boston Burgers are going to try to hit this one more time, get the last 15 seconds or scrap. You see a fight coming down, but unfortunately, they are not able to win with a Sentient with a big two-piece. Excuse me, I believe that was actually D. The kill feed is messed up. Once again, thank you, Call of Duty. But we do see about a 30-point game here, and it'll be interesting to see how these teams react. Typically, we see a lot of second rotations here, some different game plans, some different changes from the team. So we'll see if Boston makes any changes or Old Guys make any changes.
Yeah, I mean, Old Guys did a really good job of bringing down that score differential that we had there towards the end of that first rotation of hills. And like you mentioned, it's always the team that kind of makes those decisions early on of what they're going to change that usually leads to success in hard points, especially here in Black Ops 6. It feels like those second and third rotations, if you're swapping out how you're playing and you're able to kind of capitalize on what the other team's doing, it's going to lead to success for you. So we're going to see which one of these two teams kind of have that happen for them. We've got Boston Burgers on the preferred side towards P2, but Old Guys Texas is doing a really good job of getting the kills around Grandma's and being able to secure a good chunk of the P1 hill time here, and we're seeing D just kind of hanging out on top blue, able to win some gunfights. They're on the people that are bottom, grandmas, top grandmas, and ultimately he's a big help out. But Iceberg is going to hunt him down, able to get him in the back. He's going to get a nice 2-piece, and we're going to be making our way over towards P2 here now with Boston Burgers here first, but all of Old Guys Texas spawning in the backside of tower, so they're going to be looking to make their hit through the back and through top tower side to the middle of the map as well.
Yeah, and this is the point at the last rotation we saw Boston Burgers really start to take the lead. They held the majority of P2 with almost no contest coming from the side of Old Guys Texas. So I expect a lot of the same here as they have that team. They were spawning there in the back. They are still there, trying to fight towards mid, which is definitely the better play if you guys are ever trying to fight out of the back. You do not want to try to fight towards tower side, and you want to make sure you're flipping the spawns for that P3 side here. And that's exactly what Old Guys Texas are trying to do. They're trying to get some hill time here. We see D with a 2-piece, Zenny with a 2-piece, and just some trades coming down with Ryden, able to take the final 15 seconds on this hill, and they're going to keep expanding that lead. We do see the spawns flip. So Old Guys Texas, we did have a player take a route there, so they are going to be set up here for the P3, and so we'll see if they can, if they're able to make this a little bit more of an even fight here as we start to head into that money P4 hill. But so far, Boston Burger is able to get those first 2, make that 3 kills. Last player spotted towards top rope, so this should be time secured for Boston Burgers. They know where that last player is at. They're going to get that stun check on him as well, and they know the rest of the players are just there hanging out.
Yeah, and Iceberg was huge on that rotation over there for him. He won a big gunfight towards the back stairs of P3, and then he made his way all the way back towards the gun and won another big gunfight to help his squad get that rotation through. And a little bit mixiness going down so far here through this P3, but the Burgers are securely in time. They've got a little bit of a setup here. They're looking for players coming through bottom grandmas towards mid. We're seeing lots of trades go down back and forth here. One player's made it into times, and he's able to win that gunfight. He knows another player's big door and it's for him as well, but he's going to be surrounded here. Going to get taken out, and Old Guys is going to be into this time, but Boston's still close. They're looking to still contest this, but we're making our way down towards P4 now, and we're seeing another gunfight go down. I think that was Iceberg in the kill feed. It might have been Dapper, but they're looking to make their mark here like they did on the last rotation of P4 with early time and winning some key gunfights to kind of extend their lead and get closer to that 200 mark.
Yeah. Side of Boston can't win here at this P4, but they sure can get close here with still 50 seconds left in this P4. So far, Old Guys Texas have been taking some one-on-one chows, not really playing as a team here, so we'll see if they can get some team action going on. And so far, that's just going to be a great 2-piece on the side of Ryden, and continually just Boston Burgers have absolute control of this map so far, up by 100 at this point. It's looking like they're going to be able to secure this, but you never know. Call of Duty is never over. They still got 30 seconds left on this P4. Old Guys Texas only been able to win 1 gunfight so far, make that 2 as we see Centium here into the time. Just trying to make something mixy here. But with 2 players on the side of Boston Burgers, it's going to be very difficult for him. And there it is, 2 to activate that cleanup. Kind of last contest coming in here as we start to see rotates towards that P1. If you're side of Old Guys Texas here, you're going to have a 100-point deficit. If you let Boston touch the point 2 or 3 times, you're pretty much done.
Yeah, and I think from Boston, you're looking for that 3-down scenario where it's going to allow you to touch the time and be able to sit up kind of just on and around the hill and secure that time here. But Old Guys Texas off to a decent start, able to get into the hill time, get some first initial kills. They've got, and they know that Boston Burger is spawning over towards the blue side of the map, so they're looking for these players mid-gun. They're looking for them on the spiral staircase, but ultimately kills are going to go towards the favor of Boston Burgers. They're going to be here in time. We're going to have 2 players kind of stacked towards hill, maybe towards the sidewalk side. They're looking to just keep Old Guys Texas away from this hill as much as they can as they're closing in with only 10 seconds left till they win this map. That's 3 big kills coming down towards the side of Old Guys Texas. They're able to break this hill down, able to jump in, but the reinforcements from the Burgers are right there, and 5 seconds left here is going to come down to this last player that's close. Unfortunately, he's going to die. His other teammates are off spawn. No one's going to be able to get here to contest, potentially. Nope. So Boston Burgers win map number 1. Really solid start from them, and they just continue to kind of pull that forward into the second and third rotation of hills there.
Yeah, did a great job there on that second rotation. As we kind of stated, teams making that adjustment. They really kind of did exactly what they did the first time. They were able to control pretty much the majority of P2. They lost spawns to P3, but had a good fight there. Were able to pick up a lot of time and really just secured the majority of time P4. You know, kind of some
Texas, yeah, Yeah, Old Guys, Texas. That's right. To kind of make their mark and be able to take back kind of that first map loss that we saw there. So that's what I'm going to be looking for from this side. But it's going to be a fun one here. Excited to see if there's any interesting or different strats that come out based off of these two team skills. But we're seeing a pretty basic early A hit. We're seeing the bomb already get planted, and then it's going to be a straight up 4v4 retake from both these two teams. But 3 early kills go down to the favor of Old Guys, Texas, and it's going to be Iceberg left last alive here in a 1v4. He's going to get some shots taken at him. He's ultimately going to try to just make his way out here, try to get lost and look for an early pick and see what kind of mark he can make here. But no room to go. Really solid round there from the side of Old Guys, Texas. Pretty much all those gunfights right there, right after the ball planted, went to their favor. So they were able to win that round pretty securely.
Yeah, Sentinel able to get the last kill here, and really just kind of a standard A hit. We saw this out of Boston stacking towards that single window, like you mentioned, and they had 2 stack B. Just want to make sure that nobody gets there for free. So we'll see if there's any adjustments the next time where Boston are on defense. But as for now, they get a chance to offense here, kind of see what they pull. I know just from playing with Ryden, if he's making any play calls, I know they're going to be hitting that A side a lot. He really likes that bomb site. So we'll kind of see what Boston decides to do here. We do kind of see this kind of single middle presence here. So some fights coming down here between Psychedelic and Co. kind of just towards middle. They are going to get that first win. See a couple trades coming down here. It's going to be a 2v3 for the side of Zenny and Iceberg.
Yeah, Zinni and Iceberg playing up towards office and up towards, I think, single window here. Zinni is going to get caught out by Demos there, able to get that kill, and Iceberg again is left up here in a man down scenario. Not going to be able to clutch up again. Just hard when you have those many players around you. It's hard to know where everybody's at, especially when you're already down on man life. It's always hard to figure out where the rest of the team is going with no info. Ultimately, Old Guys Texas, solid defensive round there. Again, just able to get those early kills on the rounds and then be able just to kind of play around it, get that second kill while you have your life. They're doing a good job of kind of playing together, playing around each other, and getting those trades. So they're off to a quick and hot start here in the Hossy.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened there middle with Psychedelic being able to get that kill. I'm not sure if that was a wall bang mid or someone's trying to push Fountain, but seemed kind of just like a life given away from the set of Boston Burgers. So we're seeing Old Guys Texas doing exactly what they did kind of round number 1. Hit this A. We do see a little bit more pressure towards this plat side in number 5 and 2 Dapper. So able to put some shots down. Bomb is going to get planted here. Demos able to spot Zenny towards that mid window. Unfortunately, not able to save his teammates from the 2-piece. He's taking some shots here. Unfortunately, not going to get the kill. It's going to be left in a 1v4 and make that a 0v4 as the side of Boston Burgers have a perfect retake here on this A site. That's going to give them some confidence going into round number 3. Or round number 4, excuse me.
Yeah, I think that was a big round for him there. Going down 3-0 never feels good. So getting that first round on the board, just knowing that you're only 1 round behind gives you a lot better headspace. And, you know, Call of Duty is a very mental game, and you kind of have to dig yourself out of the mental grind sometimes. Whenever you're not winning your gunfights, you try to do something different, try to switch it up. And they did a really good job there on that retake, being able to secure those kills early on. We see some good timing come down where the player wasn't able to kill him single window, and then he jumped out. Ultimately, COD timing does have its effect. That's a really big run for you guys. Boston Burgers look like they're just going to be kind of headbutting this A site, and we see the Old Guys Texas roster making their way through mid, so there's not going to be any early contest here. Bomb should be able to go down and get planted if they're quick on this. There is one player close, single window, and he is going to peek, able to get that kill and able to get out of there as well. So good check by Centum there, able to get that initial kill. I'm not sure if he's going to read this player close to you, and he does get the kill. I wonder if he had some helpful shots there from his teammates. So big early 2 kills coming in from the side of Old Guys Texas. That's going to give them the man advantage here in this 3v2 scenario. We're going to see a godly nade fly in over the fences by D. He's able to get that kill, and it's going to be left up to Zinni here in a 1v3. Old Guys Texas is going to know where he's at. They're going to chow together, going to win that round and take that loss right back to keep their lead up 2 rounds here in this map number 2.
We mentioned it, you know, kind of before when you said it hurts to go down 3-0. In Search, sometimes going down 2-0 is really no big deal. You know, you have your first round there on offense or defense, and then you're obviously going to switch. So you don't know what the other team's doing. Obviously, it's new in the season. Maybe some new teams. We're not doing a whole lot of homework here in the CRL, and so you just may not know what teams are doing. So it's definitely excusable to lose those first two. Uh, we saw Boston make some good adjustments there on the on the defense side in that round number three. Uh, but old guys Texas just able to take it back there in round number four. We see a pretty mean mid hit here from them. Psychedelic is able to pick up that first kill once again on Zenny, so it's going to be left in a 3v4 here for the side of Boston.
Yeah, and Symptoms take his way over toward that rock side, able to win a gunfight there, and ultimately his teammates clean up the other kills in the middle of the map. So quick and effective round by Old Guys Texas, and I think you mentioned it before this map started. Hossie being such a big map just leads to there inevitably being some lanes open, and if there's no lanes open anywhere, you're usually talking about a player having to watch maybe a lane and a half, maybe checking two lanes at the same time, and then it leads to yourself to be stuck in kind of one-on-one gunfights if you're trying to cover everything. So there can be definitely very hard on this map to make sure everything's going together. And Old Guys Texas is doing a good job of winning those initial gunfights or having teammates there to support them in those initial gunfights as well. Boston looks like they're making a different play call here. They're going to make their way over towards B. Psychedelic is going to be the player that is close going to contest this, but again, we see First Blood going to the side of Old Guys Texas here through Demos. Psychedelic's going to know that they're over here towards the B site. He's going to see at least one player here. He's going to take some more shots, going to get kind of ripped there, so he's going to back up. Dapology's able to get a kill through mid doors, so now we're going to be back to 3v3 here. Lives evened up, and it looks like the bomb is about to get planted here. Ryden's able to get another kill, watching the flank through Garage, able to secure that, and now they have man advantage with the bomb planted. These two players are pretty spread, so it's going to be a tough retake here to get control of this rock side.
Yeah, and with D shooting that trophy there is going to show his position, but his absolute beamer there on 2 Psychedelic is able to get access to the site. They're able to pick up Iceberg. It's going to be riding left in a 1v2. He's able to spot one, able to spot the second. He's able to win this gunfight. Good snaps, but unfortunately, I believe he's going to run out of ammo there at his Jackal. So, Old Guys Texas with a great 2v3 retake there on that B site. Not an easy thing to do.
Not at all, and they got some really good timing there, able to win that huge gunfight in the mid doors. D was able to get that, and then that ultimately freed up his teammate to push through that boat side and just caught the really good timing on the player that was just staring at mid door trying to cover it. And then you're in a 1v2 there. You just play the trades effectively and don't let Raiden do anything too crazy on you. So really, really solid retake there, able to take advantage of that early gunfight win and then be able to secure that round number 6 to their favor. And they're going to be on map point here, up 5-1, feeling really good so far in the search and destroy. I'm curious to see what their play call is this time and see how they're looking to close out this map number 2. And it looks like we're just making our way back through mid again, sending all 4 players to probably 2 on either side split, and that looks like it's going to be the case. And he's able to get that first blood early on. We see Demos and Symptom, I believe it is here, kind of running together, looking for these players up towards the top. Some shots are going to go down as well. Ultimately, these players are able to get out of the single window for free, and they're able to kind of like reposition and try to make their way across this map to feel something different.
The Boston Burgers, we've seen this is only the second round that they have gotten a first blood. Pretty telling story there to the score line that if you look at that one round they won, they were able to get that pretty much clean sweep after that bomb plan. So it's going to be left here with a 2v2. The two Old Guys Texas members are together, looking to maybe hit a B hit here as we kind of see the Boston Burgers clearing the map, making sure they know where the players are not as they start to make a rotation towards B here with number 8, Iceberg with a sub. He is able to spot the player and the bomb planter, so they know bomb's going down. They're just going to regroup here and try to take this together.
Yeah, Zinni's able to get that first kill. Demos is able to follow it up. He knows the other player's probably hitting behind him. Iceberg's gonna get some good shots down, and unfortunately for Demos, you just got kind of caught in a bad position there. You weren't able to get your gun up ready to shoot quite in time. Iceberg ices up for his team and clutches that round to keep their hopes in map number 2 alive here. So solid retake by Boston. Good initial kill there from Zinni, able to push through office and catch those players trying to rotate out off the bomb plan as well. And good info from Iceberg early on, able to check that bomb, play his life, and not lose it there. And then ultimately, they knew he was mid-map, so they probably made the call to rotate out the back, and his teammate was right there ready waiting for him. So good plays from the side of Boston. You like the look from that round, and they just got to keep that kind of same feeling going forward here into round number 8.
Yeah, believe it or not, Iceberg not just a good producer for the CDL, but also just a a pretty good player there. Zenny able to get that first blood once again. We'll see if they can keep that train going here of wins for first blood.
Mm.
Make that a great two-piece there. Those are some absolute crazy shots out of Zenny there. So Old Guys Texas going to have a tough 2v4 here. Bomb on it B. All those players around B looking to take some combined gunfights here. And Old Guys Texas just have a tough task ahead of them. But shout out to Old Guys Texas. That's Two Dapper with a great kill as well. But shout out to Old Guys Texas rocking the 4-man Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle skins. So uh, really some players embracing their childhood here. But Boston Burgers are looking to make this a game that is going to be round number 3 for them. Looking to kind of hit this little bit of a, we'll call it like a 95% sale.
95 or 97 maybe percent sale. Math is
You know,
hard. We'll ignore
uh,
it. Yeah.
yeah, 5 out of 6.
5 out of 6, 5 out of 12. I don't know how we're gonna designate that pass. So we'll leave it to the professionals in chat. Whoever's our nerdy math majors out there, they can tell us what percentage that would actually be. But ultimately, 2 solid back-to-back rounds there, and from the side of Boston, it never feels good to kind of just have to keep running and not let yourself slip at all. But they're doing a good job being up to the task here so far. We saw a big thing for the first bloods going to their favor for those rounds, and again, we see Boston able to get the first blood here from Two Dapper. Symptoms able to trade that out, but Zinni checks the bomb at the perfect time, able to kill that player off a bomb that was planning. And now, again, Boston, you're here. Yep, lives in 2v3. Psychedelic's going to even that out, able to kill one of the players back towards the well side. Symptom's going to see that other player. She gets some shots down, but ultimately not able to finish that kill as well. Psychedelic's going to get some shots taken down from single window and not able to finish that kill either. I think Boston knows that this bomb is down here, so they're just doing a good job of playing around this together, waiting for the bomb plant to come down and then ultimately retake from there. But Old Guys Texas has slipped out. They're going to plant this towards the B side, it looks like. It looks like Ryden is going to be here early on, able to catch off that timing, and Psychedelic is going to get shot in the back as well, and that's going to be another round for Boston Burgers. So really solid retake there. Is very interesting from the side of Old Guys Texas that they decided to split off there towards the end of that round. Maybe potentially if Psychedelic was there to watch over his teammate planting the bomb, maybe they would have gotten the kill, but they also didn't really know where the Burgers were at from the map at all after that single window hit. So ultimately, I think they were trying to get some info as well as get the bomb planted while they still could. So solid rounds from the side of Boston. They're looking to keep riding this wave.
Yeah, I mean, you hit every point there. Boston just kind of trying to do what they can. Looks like we're going to see kind of another B hit, kind of a single person towards B. They might wrap this back towards A, but Centum's already making some good progress on this A site. We do see an RC card coming out. I believe that is from the side of Boston Burgers. Ryden able to pick up that first blood once again here, so we'll see if they can continue the trend. This would be the 5th first blood. Two Dapper able to pick up another kill as well, so it's going to be another 2v3 for the side of Old Guys Texas. We'll kind of see what they can do here. Zenny, I think, knows there's a player here, able to take some shots down, not able to secure that kill, but Psychedelic is able to even it up for his team. That's going to be another Zenny Iceberg kind of 2v2 lesser man situation here. Iceberg just playing a great corner. Psychedelic may know he's here. It looks like he's playing this interesting corner. We'll see kind of who peaks first, who can win this gunfight, and it's going to be big for the round if they can get this person.
Yeah, and I mean Psychedelic, we saw him kind of jiggling around over there. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. He ends up giving it up and rotating out. And yeah, I think we're just kind of at a stalemate here, where one of these two teams is going to have to plant the bomb or check. And it looks like potentially Iceberg is going to go for that plant now. He's going to be planting this bomb down. We're going to see if Psychedelic chooses to make a play here and peek. The bomb plant does go down. Psychedelic's going to peek out the window now here too. He's not going to see any players quite yet. He does see Iceberg now. Shots going down. Not able to finish off that kill. And then ultimately he's kind of, if he doesn't chow that gunfight, he's going to regen. And now both these two players are looking at him. So he's going to be in a tough spot here to win this round. And he's just kind of looking for somebody to give up their life for free. They're doing a really good job here of just kind of playing their life, not giving them anything to look at. And Psychedelic's going to go for the play towards 10. Shots are going to get taken again. And ultimately cleanup comes in from Iceberg. So Boston, really solid round there. They took their sweet time getting that bomb plant down, and Iceberg just kind of chilling out in the corner, knowing that his teammates got his cross, just hoping that this guy doesn't get the free kill on him. Really solid plays, doing a really good job here of playing together, isolating these players where they can, and then winning some of the big crucial gunfights. And we're here now. Somehow we were at 5-1. Now we're at 5-5. It's round 11. I mean, who would have thought? Who would have thought?
We've seen it a couple times in the CDL here with some teams really, almost really choking 5-1, 5-2s. We might see it here in the CRL. Week number 1. Boston Burgers came back from a 5-1 here. The key for them has been first bloods. D is going to get the first blood for the side of Old Guys Texas. So we'll see if that is the narrative here. First bloods equal round wins. Then we'll see Old Guys Texas win this, but we'll see if Boston Burgers can kind of fight back here. Centum already on the flank here, is able to pick up at least seeing Zenny, able to pick up Zenny here. So it's right in Iceberg. 2 subs is going to make that 1v4 for the side of Iceberg. If he can do this, they know where he's at. They're going to be watching this here. Is going to make it away with his life. Going to see some shots here, but he is pretty well trapped here. So this is going to be a tall task for Iceberg if he can do it.
Yeah, and I know D's just jiggle peeking him here, looking for the shoulders to come through. Iceberg's going to chow, run straight into 2 of the Old Guys Texas roster. And so, Old Guys, you get the first blood. It was the story of that map. You get the main advantage. You win the rounds on Hossie. I think we kind of confirmed it there. So, ultimately, really solid map between these two teams. Round 11, I think it's a little bit closer than our hard point was. So, both these two teams.
Hopefully, we don't have to see a necessarily terrible map number 5 here in Vault, but we'll see here as we're right into this Hossie control. Boston Burgers are going to be first on attack here, so we'll kind of see what they can make of it. Looks like they're going to try to get some mid presence here. We do see some stuns hitting towards this B side, but so far Boston Burgers was kind of looking for some initial kills. Unfortunately, not going to be able to find any as they start to rotate towards, and so it's going to be 2Dapper kind of last alive here. He is going to hop this B point, try to draw a little bit of attention away from his teammates as they're trying to get out Lambo side here. And so far, Old Guys Texas already have that Lambo spawn trap set up here, as that's going to be 2 dead. Make that 2 dead still, as we do see Raiden able to win that gunfight. But so far, so not good from the side of Boston Burgers.
2 stay alive, 2 die, 2 more spawn in, 2 more die. The story of Hossie control here. But Old Guys Texas off to a really good start here so far, able to clear off most of that tick on B itself, but now we're going to see the progress starting to come through again. Zinni's able to get a nice 2-piece there on the player that was close, as well as the player that was top window, able to secure that second tick as well. Symptom's looking to get active here from behind. He's able to win. Oh, good shots there. Good transition from Symptom. We're seeing Raiden transition back forward to get that kill. Raiden with a second one. Can you look for this third player Plat? Unfortunately, he's weak. Not going to have the health to chow that gunfight, but that allows your team to secure that B side point, and now you're going to be just looking for your time to kind of attack here. You're down a little bit in lives here, down 7 right now, but ultimately you're able to still have a big chunk of time here, and you're really just looking for that one scenario where you can win those initial gunfights and then just transition your way right onto that A point and be able to secure this round number 1 here on Hossie control.
Yeah, Boston Burgers doing a good job getting that B side. At least they get 3 ticks here after having a pretty not a great start here to the Hossie control, getting spawn trap pretty early. Able to pick up a few extra kills here, so they're looking just to really get the players out of the map on where they don't know where they're at. Demos able to pick up a great 2-piece there towards the top spiral. So it's going to be Raiden. He's going to be last left alive, kind of outside the spawn trap. So he's going to look to help his team rock here. Is going to be able to help 2Dapper there, able to pick up those kills. They're going to get out rock side. Demos again there, able to pick up another kill spiral, just kind of playing lost towards the secret side. But Boston only have 8 lives, 30 seconds left. They're going to have to hop a time eventually to try to stop that clock or slay out here. But unfortunately, they just continually lose their gunfights.
Yeah, they're just never able to really get a lot of map presence here and actually make their way up the map enough to kind of let their teammates off of spawn. And we're seeing some weird stuff come down here in the lobby. Some players sitting still. I don't know if that was just some lag from our side, but ultimately Boston Burgers here on the time, looking to secure this A point. Raiden with a nice kill. Unfortunately, going to get traded out and with the rest of his teammates off of spawn here. 5 seconds left. They're just going to have to sprint at this A point right into the guns of Old Guys Texas, and they're not going to even really make a super big play towards this point. That's going to be round number 1 to OGT. Boston, you were still able to secure that B capture point. 3 ticks isn't terrible, but ultimately I think with your success that you found early, you would have liked to see potentially at least a tick or the entire capital over towards that A side, just being down in lives and then just not able to completely break free of that spawn trap with life advantage. You just weren't able to get enough map presence to make your way over towards that A capture point.
And it's difficult when you kind of lose your first initial gunfights, at least the first wave or two, just to get out. So, they, like you said, did a great job getting B. At least they got 3 ticks. You could easily get 0 ticks the way they kind of started out here. And I do love the fact that Old Guys Texas, they have the matching outfits on both sides here with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, the ninja skins as well as the turtle skins. So shout out to them. They're able to win 3 gunfights here, make that the 4th gunfight. And this is going to be an ace stack right away with 2 players on it. Zone is going to go pretty quick here, so we'll see what the side of Boston Burgers can do if they can win the gunfights.
Yeah, and we're seeing some gunfights go their way. Demos is making a nice play towards Logs, able to pick up a kill, help his teammate out here on the A capture point. They know they're missing a player, but I don't really think they are. I think that was all the players off of spawn, so we're going to see this A point get capped. And with early on, with 2 minutes left here, you're feeling pretty good about your chances towards this B side as well. So they're going to be looking to clear out single window, make their way potentially through the spawn here, through office side, to kind of clear out some of these players from Boston that are still alive and still up towards the middle of the map. And they're going to be making their way over towards the B point and try to ultimately close this round number 2 out pretty swiftly.
And I can't help but notice there's a interesting number there on the left side of the scoreboard with one of these players. I'm not sure if that's real or not. Maybe a scoreboard bug, but interesting there. We'll kind of watch that as the map progresses here. Boston Burgers able to pick up 2 kills here on the map. Only lost 1 player here, so they're kind of making this here, making a fight towards B. But the side of Old Guys Texas, this is definitely the point you want to cap second. Much easier point to get than A. And so we'll kind of see as they progress here. They're already through rock. Boston Burgers are playing pretty heavy towards that single side and outer fences. So Old Guys Texas pretty much have a clear path to their spawn. So this could prove dangerous for the side of Boston.
Yeah, it definitely could be dangerous for the side of Boston. You don't really have any players that are picking up that rock side, but no one's able to really hit that quick flank. I see Symptom kind of playing his life here. He's able to kind of make his move, able to put some shots into Iceberg, but Iceberg's going to make it out alive. But these players that are close here on time are going to know that somebody's close towards 10. They're going to do a good job of picking him up. And then the rest of the Boston Burgers are going to be off spawn here, so they're going to be trying to fight their way through the 10 side. Symptom again, some gunshots going down, not going to get that kill secured from the side of Boston. Second tick is progressing through. Demos is still top plat, able to pick off 1 player, but Ryden's able to fly in, get that trade, and then they're looking to clean up this last player here on B. Before that second tick comes through, there's going to be 1 player left close. He's going to contest. It's going to be Ryden and him here close to the time, but Ryden's got his help from his teammates above, top plat, able to clear that out, and they're going to be looking to push back these Old Guys Texas players. And with 30 seconds left here, you're looking at a potential life or 2 before this is going to start to look like a potential just win on the round for Ticks, being up 4-3.
And we see an 8-11 life count here, so I don't think it comes down to lives unless they can hop on that point. We do see a pause for just a quick second here as we see another player hop on. He is going to get knocked off there by Iceberg, able to pick up another kill on the map. They are hunting this last guy here in D. He is able to pick up 1 kill, picks up that gun, has some ammo to fight here. No other players are with him outside of that mid U. Is able to stay alive for a little bit, making this a little bit mixy. But the side of Boston Burgers are able to play their lives well, bring that up to a pretty much an even life count here. We do see a contest coming down. Zenny able to pick a kill, Ryden able to pick up a kill, and that is going to be the round for the side of Boston Burgers. Only giving up 4 ticks there. Really not bad considering the fact that they gave up A pretty early in the round.
Yeah, they had a really solid defense there on the B side. Usually what we see from most teams, if they're giving up that rock side, you're seeing 3 or all 4 players hit around there and try to get into the backside of spawn. But ultimately, they just weren't able to win enough gunfights to keep enough bodies to kind of stack that point up higher than that first tick. We saw the second tick nearly coming through. But when you only have 2 players left on the hill, the tick's not going to progress as fast, and if they don't have immediate backup, it was easy for the side of Boston Burgers there to clear that tick out. That kind of came through. So I think that was a really solid defense there, giving up the A point that fast is never a good look, but we're seeing Boston here, immediate B hit, sending 2 players onto that time. They have players that are kind of watching the flank. We're going to see Ryden get taken out. Iceberg's going to get the trade there, but then 2 more kills go down to the side of Old Guys Texas. They're going to leave this 1v1 up here onto the hillside of 10. Old Guys is going to win that, and D is going to set up the spawn trap. That's going to be 4 dead straight. D is looking to keep the pressure up. He's looking to reposition just a little bit, and he's going to go secret. He's going to see these players get one big door, able to get the second, and D is absolutely frying right now in this spawn trap.
And this is just tough from the side of Boston Burgers. You kind of had this the first time, but you're able to get out Rockside pretty quick. So far, you're spawning in your depths. You have not found a kill in a while. D is going for an absolute 6 spree here in your spawn. You are able to pick up towards single window, but you're going to have 2 reinforcements for the side of Old Guys Texas here. Demos and Psychedelic are able to both get a kill there, able to come up with a life advantage. Demos, unfortunately, not going to win that. Iceberg going to pick up a kill. But so far, all the progress that we saw on B is now gone. We do see some mid-map and rock control from the side of Boston Burgers. Trades coming down on the map. Make that advantage towards the side of OGT. Make that even towards the side of Boston as well. I just continually say stuff, but we do see a player on A. Iceberg is going to get knocked off to a nade. But the side of Boston Burgers looking to double stack here on this A point and kind of seeing what they can do to see if they can hit A. That is a tick towards them, but they're going to have to get way more than a tick if they want to expand this map.
Yeah, and they already have 2 players that are pushed up towards their lobby side. They're going to make their way back to look for Iceberg over here. Logs, he's going to get taken out, and then they're immediately going to turn back around. And this spawn trap has just been insane from the side of Old Guys Texas. Just Boston is not able to get anywhere out of Logs, and every time that they do, they just get caught out again. So just ultimately a humongous offensive or defensive round there from the side of Old Guys Texas, only giving up 1 tick. You're now even technically 4-4, but now you have your offensive side here. You're going to be looking to have a dominant offense here to close out this map number 3.
That's what we're talking about with the Hacienda defense can being a spawn trap. Sometimes we haven't quite seen the offensive spawn trap setup in this map. We're definitely going to probably want to see that from the side of Boston Burgers, because it looks like they are going to have to be on offense at round number 5 if they're going to win that. But first, you have a defense here. You got to win. If you want to have any sort of chance here, you got to hold them to 0 ticks. That's going to be pretty difficult. Then it's going to come down to lives. At Old Guys Texas, they had a pretty huge life advantage in that round specifically. So Boston Burgers looks like just win this defense and get ready for another offense if you're trying to win this map number 3.
Yeah, and we definitely can see that scenario happen. We see plenty of just reverse sweeps happen on Hossie. It's very easy to win 2 straight rounds when you have the momentum, but Boston, you're going to need to have a strong showing here on the defense to then keep the momentum in your favor. And we're seeing them just kind of spread out throughout the map, look for these lanes. Then they've done a really good job of winning their initial gunfights. Dapper with some clean shots there through the middle of the map and onto the top window. They're looking to make a little bit of presence come through here. They're going to know that there's one player left up here. Rock Demos is able to win that gunfight. Nice little 2-piece from him there, able to play his life, hit that reload. He's looking for more players, going to get taken out by Zinni. Psychedelic's there for the trade, and then Ryden through Logs able to get that kill as well. And so Boston, you've done a really good job here so far of just keeping enough presence throughout the map that we haven't given up too much advantage, but Centum is going to be the player that is trying to make the play here for his team as they're making their way over towards that B point. He's looking to get kind of lost up here office, looking for these players off of spawn, and now we're going to see the A point start to get ticked as well here now. So now, with only 30 seconds left, you've got to make significant progress on one of these 2, but we see 2 big kills coming down on A. Centum is still alive here, able to pick off one of these players, but he's looking to go to this spawn, but ultimately, you know, his teammates are just kind of caught up in the blender. They're not able to really get any clear map presence, so they're just not able to make it anywhere to secure any big ticks, and we just kind of see a little bit of clock stoppage come here, a little bit of clock stoppage come there. We're seeing B point get cleared out. The A point's going to be contested. There's going to be 2 players left here. Some big kills coming down. There's going to be 1 player left. Ryden is going to get taken out here, but going to get traded out immediately. So it's just this really kind of stalwart defense here has been really good from the side of Boston. These players are off spawn now. Only player close is number 7. That's Centum, able to get onto the B point. He's going to get caught here just in just 1 second, going to get taken out. Really solid defense from the side of Burgers. Unfortunately, they did secure that 1 tick, and that is going to give Old Guys Texas the defense here at round number 5.
And that's exactly what I was going to say there with great defense there. I mean, by all means, Boston Burgers played well there. They were able to get some key win or gunfight wins on the point. It didn't look as spawn trappy as we saw from the set of Old Guys Texas, but they really just weren't able to set it up. We saw Old Guys Texas able to get out of their spawn, and so we'll kind of see how if they can improve on that here from the set of Boston Burgers. You're going to have to win in offense. You haven't done it yet, so this is the round to see kind of what you're made of here, and it looks like they're going to be avoiding that B side off rip and hitting towards this rock side here. So the side of Old Guys Texas are not really going to be prepared for this, as this is not what they've done at all the other two attacking rounds they've had.
Yeah, initial 2 kills are going to go to the advantage of Boston Burgers here. They're going to jump on this A point. Symptom's close. They're not going to know he's there. He's able to get 1 kill. Second's going to get traded out there. D's looking to make his play through the U side, able to pick off that player on time. And then now we've still got a little bit of map presence. If you're the side of Boston, you're going to jump back on the point. But ultimately, your teammates aren't super close for the support. So you're trying to play this time as much as you can. But I'd really like to see them get a couple kills and then decide to stack this point. They're trying to stop the clock as much as they can, knowing how many times that they've been getting spawn trapped, and they just need as much time as they can to get out of that spawn. But ultimately, you got to win your gunfights, and now you're here back in lobby again. You got to be able to find D. You got to be able to find Centum, these players that have been spawn killing you all game. You have to be able to find them and break out here, because you don't want to see this clock just get eaten up all the way. And we see 1 player making their way through gardens. There's 2 players from OGT over here looking for him, so it's going to be tough for him to make his way over towards this B side, but he might distract long enough for the rest of his team to be able to make it out of spawn.
And it's not a Boston Burgers, like you said, he does get on that point. That A tick has not been cleared at all. All they have to do is just hop on time and they'll get the tick. Unfortunately, getting a single tick isn't going to help them win the round or the game. Iceberg doing his best his best chance there to stay on B. We got 15 seconds left on the round. Gunfights are going towards the side of Old Guys Texas here. Boston Burgers know there's a player towards Fountain here. Not able to win the gunfight initially. D able to pick up that second kill. Iceberg able to pick up the kill. One last player on the hill here. He's fighting someone top office. It's going to be a rough fight here. There's still time to hop on point here, but if Centum has anything to say about it, they will not. This is going to be a not quite a map to the side of Old Guys Texas here, with Bryden able to make it to B, but we see 3 players hunting him here with 0.4 seconds. The second he drops, this round is going to be over. He almost makes a miraculous 2-piece there for the side of Old Guys Texas. Just able to play better defense there in that control, able to take that win up to 1 now.
Yeah, and I mean, that really was a very close Aussie. I mean, we saw the 3 ticks come down initially, and then 4 ticks come back, and then a really solid defensive round after that with only 1 tick coming through. So I think
Texas here on match point. Boston Burgers, I think, are going to take a good fight here in this Aussie.
Yeah, I think this Hossie hardpoint could be very interesting. I think we're going to see very early on which team's rotating, which team is picking up the lanes that are open and able to secure some of the big money hills here with P2, P3 usually, and P4 even can as well if you have the right setup kind of put together. But early on, we're seeing Burgers here in the hill time, not able to secure a big chunk of time yet, but some good map presence. They do have the preferred side towards P2, but Old Guys Texas is looking to kind of make their way through the middle of the map, look for their kind of potential avenue here to flip these spawns as they're spawning towards office, towards the U side. Now they're going to be spawning towards garden. Number 6, that's Zinni, is already kind of watching the backside of this rotation here, and he kind of knows that there may be some players here close, knowing that his teammates from OGT or from Boston kind of spawned out. But ultimately, OGT able to get some good timing there, able to find him there in the back. There's going to be 1 player left here, side door. He's going to have a player that spawns close with him. We're going to see Bryden kind of flip around on rock, able to get 1 kill. He's going to have a big gunfight here on time, going to get taken out. Dapology is here, coming, jumping in time. He's looking for these players' front door, and then they're looking to kind of make their mark here on this P2, secure a big chunk of time as we're making our way towards P3.
Yeah, and this is not the side that you want to fight through unless you have 4 people. They're able to make that break. Centum able to pick up a great 2-piece there on the side of Boston, or on the side of Old Guys Texas. Boston spawning in the back there. This could get pretty dangerous for them. So we'll kind of see so far. You know, we're point number 2 here, Zenny able to pick up a good 2-piece there. I was just about to point out that he still hadn't gotten a kill yet. I'm kind of seeing him as the one who's going to be a catalyst for his team. So far, we've seen Raiden kind of off to a hot start. Iceberg's already got more kills this round than he had the whole last game. So, so far, Boston Burgers, I think, are doing a good job. They just need to focus on their holds a little bit more. They rotated P2 really well, able to get broken from the front, which is really never a good feeling. So we'll kind of see how they can attack this P3 and eventually how they can attack a P4.
Yeah, P3 is always an interesting one. Sometimes the spawns can get kind of mixy because usually your players are trying to play flat, trying to play close to the hill, and you're never really, trying to block one of these back spawns. So you might have some splits come through, kind of like we're seeing with Symptom kind of making his way through the back, able to cause some chaos. That's going to allow OGT to come into this hill. They're looking for just that last player left. They're going to pick him up. They're going to be looking to kind of push this out. We're going to have 2 players here from Boston hit ult. Second Alex able to get a nice kill there. He's gonna, not get the second kill, but Demos is gonna be there for the trade. That's gonna secure this scrap time to the side of OGT. We're gonna see a lead switch here now, and then we're making our way towards this P4. Boston is here first, but some early gunfights are gonna go down in the favor of Old Guys Texas. Ryan's able to pick up one, get some shots in the second, but not able to secure that. But his teammates are here relatively close, able to get those trades. And now we're going to see Iceberg in that hill time, but there's going to be a pinch coming through here. Demos is looking for that player back garage for some reason, able to get that kill, and he's going to spawn his teammates towards garage. And we see number 5 with a criminal spawn over there towards the garden side. He's going to have a hike and a half to get over to help his teammates break into this P4.
And so far, once again, we saw Boston. They had 2 players there initially, not able to really. They're able to win the initial gunfights, but after that, they lose everything. They lose all 4 here. Boston, you look towards changes towards P2, like your second rotations. You got to hold. I mean, they haven't held very well. Side of Old Guys Texas are just really walking and doing whatever they want here. So, Boston, I think you're rotating just fine. I think if you fix your holds, you make this a pretty nasty game, a hard point here. So not bad. They're going to be down a little bit over 20. They're going to pick up some more time here, kind of shorten that lead here. P1, it's going to be hard to get a lot of time, but they are very spread out, covering exactly what they need to on the map here. So I think Boston Burgers, this is where they start to make their run.
Yeah. Boston's unfortunately going to get taken out of time. We see Apology able there to get 1 kill, going to get traded out. The hill time is white for now. OGT might try to step in. Ultimately here, D is kind of running around trying to figure out where he wants to go. He's going to try to hit that hill time, but going to get taken out. Neither team able to secure a big chunk of time here on the P1. So Boston was able to make a little bit of their disadvantage up here, getting 10 seconds back to their favor. They're going to be looking to secure the rest of the scrap time. Ryden's able to catch a good timing there on Demos, able to get that player in the back. And then we're going to see, looks like they do find him. I was about to say if they're going to find D in the back, they do find D. And that's going to be another early rotation over here towards the side of Boston, like you mentioned, and they hold this time. Ryden's able to win a big gunfight there in the back. He's looking for this other player. Shots are going to go down. He's going to have 3 players here close to him, though, so he's going to have some big gunfights here. Dapology is able to get that trade for him. Ultimately, solid start here, but now you've got these spawns flipped towards the back, towards the side of OGT. You're going to have a tough hold here if you can't win your gunfights in hell.
Yeah, and there it is. That 2 kills, one of them being a team nate or a team kill. Sentum able to pick up 1, but Raiden able to pick up 4. Raiden, I mean, I didn't call for Raiden to do good this map. Not that he can't do good. I mean, if you don't know who Raiden is, he's a consistent top 250 player here on the ranked leaderboard, so he knows exactly what he's doing. And so far, he is putting the Boston Burgers on his back to do exactly what he can. Zenny able to pick up a big important kill there, able to take 13 seconds or so. There's going to be one last player here towards Big Garage and Sentinel. All the players are spawning back, so they're going to have a hike towards new. Boston Burgers are going to be set up early. They have plat presence, they have single window presence, they have garden. This should be a pretty easy hold here unless they start losing their gunfights.
Yeah, and we're seeing a nice team kill come there from Psychedelic, trying to finish off that player. Just rips Symptom in the back of the head. He's making his way through the back, trying to flip these spawns. But number 5, Raiden, spawns behind him here. He's going to see those shots come down. He's going to make his way through the back now, trying to find this player in 10. He's going to make his way into hill. He's going to get his shots down, able to kill that player. Unfortunately for him, his teammates are kind of off spawn with him. He's able to win another big gunfight there to kind of push back this presence and pressure. But Symptom is going to be that player again that's playing towards plat, trying to get lost, trying to find these players off of spawn. And try to just cause some chaos here. But if you're the Boston team, you're okay with him killing your teammates around you if you're able to soak this time like you have. And you give up this 15 seconds of scrap time, you make your rotation over. You're feeling pretty good here through the first 3 hills of this map number 4 here, and they've only got 1 player on new. There's 3 players from Boston here looking for this players, and he's able to find him and get that kill. And you're just looking to have a better hold here on the P4. Now that you have the man advantage, you're looking to hold your angles, pick up all the different lanes that are here, and then continue to grow this lead that you've built here so far.
And I mean, so far, so good on the hold. That's a great 2-piece from the side of Zenny. D able to break in kind of with this last player here. We do see a pinch coming down here from the side of Ryden, able to pick up one, not able to pick up the second, but is able to put a lot of shots in. It's going to be Boston Burgers back in control, and that's exactly what they needed. I mean, we saw a great P2, saw a great P3. I mean, Ryden was able to hop on hill with 35 seconds left. All of his teammates died like 2 or 3 times, and nobody hopped on hill for 20 seconds to contest it. I mean, I just don't know what he's... Ryan's just a different animal. I mean, clearly really good Call of Duty player. Everyone here. Centum's doing really well, 33 and 14 on his side. So kind of just a Slayer battle on that side, and he's doing work from the sub. But Ryden able to pick up another 2-piece. I feel like we've seen that a bunch this map. Make that a 3-piece there on Centum, kind of just holding the hill himself. And so far, they crossed that 200 mark. They got 50 to win. They can win here on P1. I don't see it happening, so it's going to be on this rotation to P2. We see number 2 there in Psychedelic spawning towards that garage side here. Boston Burgers are going to know that flip is coming in. And so it'll be interesting to see here kind of what they can do on this transition to P2.
Yeah, and I mean, they did a good job of getting some of this early time. It's going to be Iceberg left here alone on the garage side of the map. He's going to get taken out. His teammates are going to try to help out from the rock side. Dapology is able to kill Symptom there from the top. They're going to break into this hill time. D's going to get taken down by Ryden there, and Ryden's putting some more shots in. And there's going to be a very mixy rotation here with 15 seconds left to see a big gunfight getting won there by Zinni in lobby. Number 7's making his way into garage. He's going to get taken out, and now we see that's going to be Zinni and Demos getting some shots down towards garage. They're looking for all these players off this rotation. Ryden's able to get a nice 2-piece again here, but they have not been able to clear this player from garage. So he's going to be here first. He's going to have support from big door. He's going to get a big kill on side door as well. So Old Guys Texas here, this P2 is going to be your chance to kind of make a really solid hold here, and just make this advantage that Boston has here just dissipate pretty fast if they're able to hold this entire hill.
I mean, Boston, they have those back spawns. They really just need to win these kind of first initial gunfights. Time is going to tick away. They're not going to be able to win here. It's going to be this rotation towards P2. They're really just taking their time here. Unfortunately, not able to win any of the gunfights. Old Guys Texas can bring this within a 20-point match here as we start to see rotations. Boston Burgers was giving up P2, starting this rotation towards P3. And we'll kind of see what happens here. They had a good hold P3. It was a little mixy towards kind of the middle and end of the hill, so we'll kind of see what happens. Senton dies off of hill. Does get a cruise out, so he's going to have some information. 2 of his teammates die around him. Psychedelic able to pick up a kill, but they are spawning. They kind of have some splits here, so it could be interesting from the side of Old Guys Texas what they decide to do here. Centum is able to get picked up. Ryden able to pick up another kill. D kind of last alive here towards this boat. He is going to fall as well. All players spawning towards that garden side, so Boston are going to turn around, and they're going to be ready for this fight.
Yeah, and 10 seconds left here on the side of Old Guys Texas. You got to make your presence known. There's only 1 player close to time. Symptom's going through the plat, so they've got a little bit of a pinch set up. Symptom's going to get a kill, going to get traded out effectively, though, from the side of Boston there. Some big trades coming down, and that's going to be the side of Boston winning the map number 4. Just ultimately, it was close the entire kind of first 2 rotations, and then we kind of saw Boston grow their lead, and then they started playing the hills really well, getting 20 seconds on that P1, 30 seconds on that P1, then making their way towards the P2. They're able to give up a big chunk of that P2 just because they had a big enough lead. They start the rotation early over towards P3, able to win some of the gunfights there, play around the hill, trade effectively.
But otherwise, people are just going to drop down A. It's what we see every single time in Vault, why it's not fun to watch. But here we are, map number 5, first series of the year. I expect nothing different when we cast.
Yeah, I mean, we're back. Our our winter season with CRL was not filled with the map number fives, but we're starting off hot and ready here with the map number five in our first cast of the season. Very excited. We do get to, of course, watch these two stellar platinum teams play, and we're seeing Zinni left here in a 1v2. 30 seconds left to defuse this bomb and get the kills. He's making his way towards 18, looking for these players. I don't think he saw the gun. He's going to see Symptom, going to get the shots down. He's going to get shot at by Psychedelic. Going to look for this Chal immediately. Some good shots coming down. Unfortunately, just not able to win that gunfight there. Old Guys Texas with a nice reposition after the bomb plant. It was interesting to give up the bomb site, but they had one player watching it from those box headies, and then Psychedelic playing his life over towards that P2 palm side, just able to kind of wait it out and then ultimately win that big 1v1 gunfight there. And I'm really curious to see what kind of happens here, because both these two teams looked good in the first search, but is OGT going to be the Neslo team here today, or is Boston going to take the two respawns and the map number 5 to close this out? I think it's just a great storyline we've got ahead of us here, Wolfie.
Yeah, great. I mean, two great teams so far. Just great time to watch some platinums. Again, once again, we're seeing that A hit. We're seeing a fight coming down towards outer palms. Ryan able to pick up a kill mid map, looking to take that rotation. Sentum able to pick up a kind of a trade there on the site, make that two. Gonna give the life advantage to the side of Old Guys Texas with bomb down on bomb. Sentum gonna get traded out by none other than Ryden here. So we see a 2v2. They're kind of hunting down Ryden, seeing if they can get anything, but Ryden's just kind of really making moves towards that line side. We see both Old Guys Texas players playing together now. Boston Burgers are going to recoup together here as well. So we'll kind of see who can win the gunfights, who can win the trade battle here. As D's able to spot two players there, shots coming down towards right, and able to finish that kill. And we'll kind of see a reposition here out of Boston.
Yeah, and I mean Boston is choosing to take this bomb over towards the B site. Old Guy Texas is choosing to play towards this A side. Ryden's going to be looking for these players' vault, not going to see anything. Going to go to get this bomb down. I think OGT is just content to kind of play here in the A side as we see them counter shouldering each other. They're going to be looking to kind of make their way through vault, through middle here, try to find one of these two players, and then put themselves in the advantage 2v1 here. Some big shots coming down from Psychedelic from mid, not able to finish off that kill. We're seeing Dapology hiding in a corner vault. He's waiting for one of these players to peek. The other two players know that Ryden was the art side. They're able to make it over. We see some shots coming down. Ryden's looking for this player that's bottom vault. With 15 seconds left here, they're going to have to kill Ryden fast and then go towards that site. D is going to see that player run into vault. He's going to choose to lay down and hop this bomb, and he's going to go for the defuse. Dapper is coming up. He's going to get that kill. Good reposition by Dapper there. Really, you don't have any other choice when you're not able to get that player immediately. You got to choose to chase him down and hope he's laying down close, or you got to choose to hop the bomb. And unfortunately for him, Dapper runs away, able to reposition, able to get that free kill there on D, defusing the bomb. So really solid repositioning there from Boston, able to take that round number 2 and even us up 1-1 here.
Yeah, able to get the first blood. We saw first blood go to Old Guys Texas. We'll take the storylines from that from two. So we'll see if that continues here with teams playing the man advantage. See if they can do well here. So Boston on a defense here, we'll kind of see if they can stop this A attack. Really, I think the success coming involved is going to be who's able to prevent the bomb going down immediately on A, and or just playing a really strong retake. So we kind of see those differently happen. We do see a gunfight come down here between Sentum and Zenny. Unfortunately, Zenny's going to lose that. Psychedelic's going to win the next gunfight. Left in a 2v4 here with bomb down A. Never an easy thing to do.
Yeah, and Redding unfortunately gets caught there. It's going to be Dapper here left up in the 1v4 scenario. He's going to get some info on these players, but not able to find any kills quite yet. He's going to chow the bomb. Symptom still there. Shoulder to the head, he gets some shots down. Teammates there for the trade. OGT with a really solid offensive play there. They were able to get the bomb planted fast. They had two players in sight, and then two players playing around the backside of their spawn, and ultimately those two players were doing really well to play together, play their lives, and play the picks to just kind of get their man advantage up, and then ultimately win that series. The not series, the round there, round number 3. So really solid post plant setup, and just able to win the big gunfights there that mattered. And Boston, you're looking to do a similar thing, and this may just be the vault scenario where we see a back and forth kind of plant and then defense of the bomb, and it's going to be whoever is able to get that first defensive retake that may have the better advantage here in in the series, or in this map number 5. And we see First Blood going to the side of Boston Burgers there with Ryden able to pick up Symptom in the middle of the map. They're going to be looking to plant this bomb and then play their life advantage.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at the side of Boston Burgers. D able to win a great gunfight. Unfortunately, going to get traded out. But the setup that Boston has there, one player vault, one player site, one player like back P2 side, another player just kind of roaming around, is really standard on what you see on vault. So if you're struggling on vault, really kind of just look to these platinum teams as a key on what to do. So we do see Old Guys Texas able to come in here. Zenny able to take some shots, able to pick up a kill here. 20 seconds left, able to get that second kill as well. Boston Burgers win on an offense. Once again, it's going to be 2-2. And so far, I mean, it's nothing different than what we see on Vault all the time. That the offensive teams, you get the bomb down, you're going to pretty much win the round, unless you get uh, retaken pretty poorly. I mean, it's pretty much a guaranteed round for you. So if you're a defensive team here on Vault, uh, Old Guys Boston, we're going to see who does it. You got to get a little aggressive on defense, take a little bit of risk, and see if you can prevent that bomb from going down. Otherwise, I think it's just going to come to a round 11, and who can pull offense on round 11.
Yeah, that could definitely be the scenario that we see kind of play out. Obviously, it's been the story here so far through the first 4 rounds, but ultimately it can change in kind of the blink of the eye. You know, we see teams like the Minnesota Rocker that just start running down ball and just kind of secure multiple rounds in a row and just set their advantage and their pace pretty well. But we're seeing Boston here with an early break into vault. They're going to be looking to potentially just hop this bomb right away. Psychedelic's going to maybe have a position to keep the bomb from pool. Some shots are going to go down. Zinni's able to get that kill. Iceberg is kind of peeking this player that's going to be towards vault, able to get that kill. And then they're going to be left up here in a 1v1 between Symptom and Dapper. It looks like Symptom is making the rotation over towards mid. He's going to get behind Dapper here real fast. Some shots are going to go down, and then ultimately Dapper is going to get taken out. So good positioning there by Symptom, able to play that trade pretty effectively from the side of time and just get the heck out of dodge and just play the reposition, because you know those players that aren't going to be inside a vault are kind of trying to wait and see if there's a player that's going to peek and kind of give their life up in the site to get those shots kind of going down. But Symptom does a really good job of repositioning there, and then taking advantage of the timing of Dapper trying to look for that player inside of vault itself. So solid, again, offensive round there from the side of Old Guys Texas. And then Boston Burgers, you're back here again. I might have an inkling of idea of what they're going to do here. Probably going to hit vault. They're probably going to plant the bomb on A and then look to win the round after that.
Yeah, and I mean, statistically, they lose the first fight, they're probably going to lose the round. Uh, we kind of see. So far, both the teams on offense have had really good mid-round adjustments, either from a single player or kind of like a coordinated effort here. We do see Demos. He's kind of looking for this rotate out. That's going to be a clean sweep from the side of Old Guys Texas there with 4 dead. So it's going to be the first defensive round that we see. Boston, you need to come back right now. I mean, you got to have a defensive round. You got to win the next offensive round, get this tied up 4-4, or this could be match for you. But like I said, the good mid-round adjustments from both teams, players playing the right rotates, doing what they need to reposition on the map. So yeah, we've seen a little bit more dynamic than just hit the bomb site and hold it, which is always good to see on Vault, because it typically can be just a pretty boring watch. So we'll kind of see what happens here. Old Guys Texas are probably just going to go right back to A. They've had all the success on offense. You might as well just do the same thing. They're gonna check through Vault. They're gonna throw a stun. And Bomb's gonna go down. They're gonna plant for P2.
Yeah, and we've seen them plant for that P2 side every single round they've been planning in here. We've seen Psychedelic back P2, trying to watch over the bomb and play those kills, and we see him win a big gunfight there in the back. It's going to be Symptom and Psychedelic here versus Zinni and Riding in the 2v2, but we're going to see those 2 kills just come down immediately from both those 2 players, just able to win their big 1v1 gunfights there. And then, you gave up an offensive round, you take the defensive round right back afterwards. So now we're going to be here 4v3, and then who heck knows what's going to happen now? Maybe the defensive team wins every single round now, and it's just the way Vault kind of goes sometimes. Ultimately, really solid retake there from the side of Boston, able to kind of sniff out those players pretty fast, win those gunfights, and then ultimately Riding and Zinning Zinni able to win their big 1v1s there to close out that round for the side of Boston.
Not a whole lot of unique things to do here on Vault. You really just gotta uh, make sure you retake well, or make sure you hold well. I mean, uh, I haven't seen really anything more unique there. Demos able to pick up the first kill towards the side of Old Guys Texas. I think last time we saw Boston Burgers able to pick up the first kill. I mean, it's just pretty common with specifically these two platinum teams. Whoever gets first blood, so far 100% you're winning the round. Boston Burgers are going to have a tough hold here, a 2v4. It looks like Zenny's going to be taking some shots. He's going to get at least one. Going to be taking some shots from a third here, or a second here as well. Psychedelic able to pick up one, able to pick up another from the side of D there. So it's going to be match point, game point here for the set of Old Guys Texas, going up 5-3 on this vault. Boston Burgers, you got to come with 3 straight.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Boston make the run last time, so there's definitely a lot of potential here for them to string 3 straight together. But from how this all just played out, it's been, kind of back and forth here in the last couple rounds. Defense and offense are kind of flip-flopped on its head. We saw the offense winning early and the defense winning late in the round. So I think both these two teams are kind of adjusting to the post-plant setups from the offensive side, and then really able to play their trades and be able to retake the site a lot more effectively. And from the side of Old Guys Texas, you've had success on the offensive side. You're going to be more than likely looking to make your way towards that vault, and then closing out the map here on the offense. And so we're seeing Symptom sprint straight into the bomb. He's probably going to shoulder vault here real fast, not going to see anything, turn around and plant the bomb real fast. Again, for P2, we see Psychedelic back there again, but we do see the first blood coming in from Raiden towards the bedroom side of the map. Zinni able to follow that up as well pretty quickly. So they're going to be up here 2v4. Psychedelic's looking for some of these players, going to get taken out as well. And we see Iceberg jumping on the bomb. There's one player left up towards Vault. D is going to get that kill, going to get taken out immediately, and the bomb is defused. And so Boston, really solid retake there. They kind of know the post plant setup from the side of Old Guys Texas, and they really haven't switched out a whole lot. Playing Psychedelic towards P2, player towards Cat, and then 2 in Vault itself. I think that since they picked up on that, they're able to kind of hit some things together, and then ultimately the first blood story. First blood goes to Raiden and Boston. They win the round. It's kind of how it's been going so far.
And we saw a little bit different setup there from Old Guys Texas. They didn't play 2 site. They played 1 site, 1 ammo, 1 P2. And so it's just real interesting from them. They didn't have cat control, so Boston were able just to have cat for free. And I think that really enabled them kind of through the middle of the round just to take a lot of position on that player P2. And were able to win that round. So far, this is a completely different round than we saw before. We're just Boston Burger looking for a little bit of aggression. There's going to be that first blood towards Raiden here, so we'll see if they can convert once again on this first blood. Just looking to get that initial kill, see if they can make something work here. D and Demos able to pick up 2, but Zenny quick there with the response. Gonna be a 2v2. Bomb is down right outside that tree. And we're looking for Zenny and Dapper here to clutch up and bring us to around 11.
Yeah, Dab's able to pick up that bomb. They're going to make their way over towards the A site here potentially, but they're playing it slow. They're trying to find out these position of these 2 players, but they're both playing over towards the B side. So it'll be curious to see what ends up happening here. We're going to see them jump down towards Vault, looking to get the plant done and play this retake or play this post plant setup pretty well here. Demos may get some good timing if he's able to slide in here fast. He's going to make his way into the big door. He might get spotted out here. Dap's able to get the trade there. He's going to run away towards P2 and reposition here, and just a really solid way to play your life there. And D's looking to kind of make the same route himself. Dap's going to see him, get some shots down. D's going to get on that heady. Again, just shots back and forth. Dap's going to run away, try to play his life. D's trying to chase and find out where he is. And ultimately, Dapper, good repositions there, able to play his life very well and just play his teammates straight. And, they get that first player in sight, and then ultimately able to get away before D is able, or Demos is able to, or no, that was D. Yeah, D is able to follow up for that trade inside of the site itself. So really solid post plant setup there from the side of Boston Burgers, and able to once again have us here, round 11, map 5. They're on the offensive side. They've gotten killed a couple times from the defense and got the retake down. But who knows what happens here? We'll have to find
I
out.
mean, Demos, defense, the D's nuts, Lakers in 5. I don't know. It's a TikTok trend, I guess. I don't, man. We see right in here, first blood here. Can we get? I'd love to see 100% first blood conversion here in Search and Destroy would absolutely add something here. Bomb going down B. Old Gus Texas know about this now. They're starting to make it rotate here. We do see a Zenny taking a gunfight here. Dapper able to pick up one. Zenny able to pick up the other. D left in a 1v4 round 11. I feel like we're watching another collapse from the side of Old Guys Texas and Boston Burgers, able to take it around 11. I mean, what the hell?
22 rounds of Search and Destroy on Thursday night and 22 first blood conversions. I think that's a stat that we may never see ever again in Call of Duty, whether it's professional, whether it's